Hello and welcome everybody to part 28 of the Empire Total War Great Britain Let's Play. We continue through the end turn phase and the French have attacked me at Detroit. Now even with my own men there, I am going to take the auto-resolve and take the defeat there. I will have to push down and reclaim Detroit, but for now I kind of need to worry about what I can physically hold on to and what I can't. Because as many of you have been saying for several turns, I'm probably going to have to give up a front somewhere, but I'm I'm very stubborn as to which front I want to give up, so I'm kind of fighting till the last, which will impact me negatively in the long run, rather than if I made the decision to pull out now. But it's something I'll be reviewing in this part, and deciding whether it's time to leave a theatre of war in favour of another. Militarily at least. I mean, in India I have a few territories covered by the Maratha Confederacy, so if they keep their war up with the Mughals, it could do reasonably there, and then I could shift all my troops across to America. Before the end turn phase began, I did manage to broker a peace with the Cherokee nations at the cost of a territory, which for now I was willing to give. The territory, I'll show you which one it was. It was one of my islands in the Caribbean. Which I'm kind of actually, is it in the Caribbean? I don't think it is. It's kind of just north of South America. It's not Port Royal or the Bahamas, so. But yes, I decided that, you know, if I could eliminate one enemy that I was up against in the American theatre, that would help for a time, even if it was at the cost of a territory. Mainly because I'm fighting back against the French. And I know a lot of you are sort of saying send an army across to attack Paris, and hopefully, you know, that will end the war in America, because that will destroy their colonies. So that's something I've all got to consider as well. But it's obviously lacking the funds. I've just got kind of started the beginnings of a navy, a reasonable navy, and you know that could go anywhere right now, to be honest, as well. I've got the force hopefully to defend my coast should I be attacked by anything, you know, a reasonable sized fleet. As long as it's not a full stack, I can contend with it. But I am going to have to repair and my fleet so far. But having one less front to deal with would be very good. However, I'm going to potentially lose a lot of money, and then I'm not going to have any troops left to defend any of these nations. India is probably the one easier to leave, but at the same time I'm doing slightly better in India than I am in America. But it begs the question, which do I leave and which do I stay in, as both have their fair amount of pros and cons to deal with. Thankfully the Maratha Confederacy are hitting back with reasonable strength at the moment. I'll wait to see how the Mughals, how they fare. I have a feeling they're going to attack Beira, in which case I probably won't be able to hold it. Yeah, I thought they would attack me here. I'm going to auto-resolve this because I'm not going to be able to do too much here. Okay, they've probably killed more than I would have done there, so that's reasonably good. I could strive to try and make peace and just pull out completely from India. For some reason they decided this is a good reason to attack me, but they do have a lot of reinforcing armies. There's no way I can do anything here, which sucks a lot. Okay, but I'm going to have to fight this battle because there's no retreat. So we'll fight, but I have a feeling this is going to crush my forces here. And I think this really presses upon what a lot of you have been saying for several turns now, that I have to choose a front. But, I mean, I was holding out in case I could make a sudden push and I could rally. That's evidently not the case, but I'm not giving up this Let's Play. I will fight on to the bitter end, even if I have to pull back to Britain, rebuild, and send back out. If I have to start a European campaign rather than a foreign one. But I think now has to be the time. Choose a front and stick with it. And I think I'll be pulling out of India and moving all my troops to America to try and salvage what's left of that front. I don't think that pulling my troops from America to India right now is going to help. The Mughals are too mighty. And I always have that threat of the Marathans turning on me as well. Might as well make a fortified cannon position here on the top of the hill. Don't think the enemy can actually come up at me from this angle because of all the steep ridge terrain, so they'll have to come from over there. But we'll see how they can actually can come towards me when I deploy. So pretty simple. 3 units on each side today. Don't know if it's worth having the unit here, if it can even be put here. But we'll keep one over here just in case. And we'll put the spikes up, the stakes, to protect them from cavalry charges. Same again here, but I'm going to bring this unit down to defend here with stakes as well. As such, well, it's not stakes really, are they? They're fences, cavalry fences. And I'll have my cavalry up behind my men for now, with one of them down on the right flank. My general's bodyguard back here. Let's start the deployment. As you can tell, I'm not too positive about this. And we've got, I think, enemy reinforcements coming in from behind, have we? Yes, we do. Damn. Okay. So I will need this line infantry unit. Oh, that's where a lot of their reinforcements are coming from. Damn. Right behind me. That's where the majority of their forces are going to come from. So, with that in mind, bar that infantry unit and this one, I'm going to turn all my infantry around to this position here. Should have looked at that really when I deployed. Make these guys a separate group. Likewise, I'm going to bring my cavalry up, bar the unit down here. Bring them up to the left flank. My line infantry here are not going to be able to get anywhere near in position before these guys come along, so I'm just going to reform them up like so, hoping that will allow them to get into position in time. Bringing my cavalry around. I don't know if there's more of them than what's already poured onto the field so far. They've got a lot coming from over here. Cavalry, they'll come against my infantry and my stakes. Perhaps we can bottleneck them here. We'll hold at the stakes. I'm going to try and hit their cavalry from several positions. And this infantry here, I'm immediately going to form square with them. Enemy general's been killed, which is useful. It's good. Let's assume these guys over here. They're coming up against my stakes or my fence right now. They should be dying, but they're passing right through, which is obviously just great. My cavalry can chase on, but I'm not going to send them through the stakes just in case they suddenly do start killing. We've managed to rout this unit of cavalry, pulling my other unit back because otherwise it's going to be hit by infantry very shortly and camels. And they've just started firing on it, which is probably going to break my cav. Just trying to bring them around for a hammer and anvil strike, but couldn't deploy in time. And the camels have hit my unit over here. Don't know if they can form square. They look like they're trying to form square at least. My cannon's firing over there. I don't know if that's doing anything or not. We held on the right hand side, which is good. If we can hold at the back here, we might stand a chance. But I think this is where they're 3,000. Well, they've got 3,900 odd reinforcements. I think this is where their main army is coming from. I could garrison this building here, but I prefer having the power of fire by rank out on the field. I'm keep these guys in square for now, actually, and we've beaten back the camel nomads here. I'm actually going to bring this infantry up because right now they're not pushing on my position from there. So we're going to bring these guys up and around like so. Glad I kept that square like so, like there. We've hit the camel gunners, they're wavering. I've got my cavalry in there now. They don't do well against camels, but we'll bring them in there just to break the enemy. Square, 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 square. Form quickly. No, cavalry got on me once again. But I'm going to charge them in the flank with my lancers. So I'm hoping this will work well. We've got these guys trapped within the square to a degree. So let's hope that this charge works well. It looks to be working. So for now we're all good. So I'm going to reform these guys back into line now. 3 ranks to fire on the unit that's trying to flank me. Charging with my cavalry here to try and just break them apart a bit. We've got plenty of cavalry riding up towards the fence now. And the fence looks like they're killing people now as they're trying to pass on through. We're going to hit them with the cavalry as well. As they all try and come through, now it's killing them quite nicely. Just going to do it till they break, and then we can let them run. Keep them out on the flanks, because that's where they are going to surpass my infantry. And they've got some General's Bodyguard, the camels here, and they've broken my cavalry. Not good, not good, not good. Majority of their cavalry have now turned through my fence, so I'm going to try and pull my infantry the other side, force them round. Pull my cavalry out over here. They are about to die. Oh, and we've had the Gurkhas attack the square and the cavalry, so I'm going to pull the lancers out and try and flank them. These guys take them out of square, melee mode. Engage! Fighting to the very last here of what we can do. We can kill as many of them as possible. Well, that would be ideal. Lost our troops over on this flank, which was essentially holding it. Lost more cavalry up here, which is not so good. Trying to hold these guys off in the centre. I'm going to try and garrison this building here with what remains of my infantry. Push up with this unit here to hold the corner of the building. We've broken and routed those guys, which is good. I'm going to plot with more infantry here. Bring up my cavalry as well. Forming square. Sadly too late for these guys. I'm charging with my general to try and send them away. Building captured, good. I'm going to try and hit their General's Bodyguard, their elephant troop with my cannons now. That got an elephant. That nearly got another one. I'm going to try and kill their general, might help. Get my general to chase after these cavalry and make sure they're gone for good. Try and finish off these guys. Got a lot of them falling up on the building now. These guys moving up too, to run into position. Hit the cannons now, so that they can't destroy my building that I've just set up in with my lancers. I think they were trying to hit me there with a cannon fire. We're getting in with the lancers nice and early. Break up their artillery. My artillery back here. Continue to fight on the General's Bodyguard if possible. The General's Bodyguard's seen that unit away. We can bring them back now. And I'm going to try and hit into the flanks of these pikemen unit that have just charged into my line infantry. We can break the pikes while they're facing the wrong way. That would be great. Got a lot of units wavering here, however. I'm hoping we can break the Zamindari pikemen with a good solid charge from the general. There we go, all the pikes facing the wrong way, bar a few. I'm hoping these aren't going to be kills. So the general's swarmed straight in there, and now let's get out with the general before he dies. Hoping that charge was enough just to break them while the infantry push back. Is hoping, at least. Or to at least disrupt their lines, turn them around so my men can start hitting them in the back. And they have broken, yes. We've achieved victory there. We've broken several units over here. I'm going to push up and try and hold at the building. Cavalry have broken armed populace, and we're going to try and hit the Hindu musketeers as well. We can't surely have faced all their reinforcements yet. There must still be many more to come. I'm going to try and continue to hit them with the infantry. Ah, here we go. We've got more musketeers. There are 500 of them in the musketeer unit. I get my general to chase after these guys, make sure they're definitely gone. All the units over here are dead, so let's pull around my line, form up a new line here to face the incoming hordes that are descending upon me over here. 1,000 of them. In fact, this may be all that remains because there's just so many of them in each unit. In which case we might somehow be able to pull off the victory of the century and hold these guys here, crushing a lot of the Mughals' might. Which then throws up the whole thing because I was quite happy to leave India. But if I can crush their largest army here, okay. So basically, as you can see, I'm toiling very much over which I should leave. I think it's very much time to decide which one I should leave. So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to hold off those 5,000 though. But I'm going to hit them with cavalry just in case, my general. So in the comments, I really need more than just leave India, leave America. I really need, you know, kind of good strategic advice here, which you generally think I should leave. Try and take the general's bodyguard with cannon shot, but they've descended upon me before I could do anything about that. So, yeah, let me know in the comments which front you want me to leave, which theatre of war, and which one I should stay, and why. That's the biggest reason, because you can just say, leave America, and I'll be like, okay, that's nice, but why? I really need to know why. Because I've got my own reasons for which one I want to stay with. I know which one I want to stay with and leave right now. But I would like, rather, your input on this decision. Because obviously this is going to be the future of your watching, the future of this campaign. But I will say to the naysayers, this campaign is far from over. Far from over. Pull back with the general because I don't want him being shot to pieces. But it looks like we're wavering this unit already. About to charge in with my infantry. Let's get all these guys to stop firing for a moment. We've broken this unit. So now with these guys, let's pull round. Face the next unit that's incoming. Broken the cannons. But that's fine, General's bodyguard. We can bring that down later on. We've got more musketeers over here. I'd like to make sure that this unit is definitely dead though. Definitely broken and definitely routed. I think it's safe to say they're definitely going to run now. So with my cavalry, I'm going to surge them forward at this unit of 500. Got about 60-70 cav against them, and with this unit here, we're just going to have to try and break them down with massed volleys. So fire at will, re-engaged. Here we go. These guys are trying to flank me, but I'm hoping my cavalry can get there before they can all form up. We need a good solid charge to break their lines and smash them to pieces. I'm thinking they might get a shot off just before we crash into them. No, our charge is faster, and in my men come. They're concerned about recent casualties anyway. And heroic death, yes, I've lost my general, but needed to hold this front. We're already wavering this unit, and with my cavalry now seems to be wavering, especially my general's bodyguard. I'm going to pull out and go for another charge. These guys are tired though. If I can pull away though and survive with my general's bodyguard for another charge. These guys have come back. We need to hit them hard and break them. We can't have them coming back and hitting my men in the rear. So quickly across, try and hit these guys for a charge. It looks like we'll be able to break these guys very shortly, but some of my own men are wavering. We've lost my general. The morale penalty for that will be severe. They technically have another general already over here. It's run after my unit of cannons. These guys are very tired, so hoping we can break them. They're shaken as well. I'm trying to push that cavalry advantage. I should probably go to recharge them once more if I can pull my units through them. But that may well be the end of the cavalry. And they've managed to break 2 units at once, which is not good. And I've run out of. No, I haven't run out. Why have I? Oh no, I've got it in melee mode already. Let's just form up like so. Damn! Thought I had this. Trying to break these 2 units. They've come back. They've surged at the last moment, but so have my units as well. shaken, they're very tired, they're trying to hold. These guys are shaken as well, they only really need a few more volleys peppered into them to break them. Likewise, I'm hoping I could have broken this unit by now, but they're coming out steady. And my cavalry just needs to hold them for now. But we are seeing flashing, we're seeing wavering over here. And I just need those guys to go from wavering to broken, just to go for a time. So I can push them away, because we've got the enemy's general bodyguard coming back, the elephant riders and such. And I need to bring this unit back. But it looks like they've broken the last of my cavalry over here. Facing huge numbers, they've broken another unit of my line infantry. These guys may well hold out, they could perhaps, I don't know if they could win the day for me. Trying to form up, trying to hit as many of their lines as possible, but they've got 3 lines forming up on me, totaling at least 1,000 or so men still against my maybe 200 or so that remain. Breaking all over the place. I'm hoping this unit can hold the HQ for a little bit longer. Ideally, it'd be nice to see if we could bring down the general. But the enemy has just outgunned me at the end of the day. But I'm quite happy with the number of casualties we've inflicted here. Very happy indeed. But yes, I'll need your help on shaping the, or rather your advice on shaping the next move of the campaign. But yes, very specifically, you know, you're kind of really not helping me out by just saying, leave India. Why? Why should I leave India? I know several reasons for leaving both. I can see several reasons for leaving both and just heading back to Europe. So, kind of constructive advice is the best. My men are holding out in this command building HQ, but I don't know how long it's going to be till they break. We've had a unit rally over here, so I'm going to form up into 2 ranks. I very much doubt these guys come up, well, especially that one, that's shattered. But this broken unit can come back. You know what, if anything, I'm going to try and bring this unit down. We're going to hit the enemy's bodyguard, the general, in the hope that, you know, such a morale-breaking event can see them away. Kill the general, save the army. Because here we're facing both the units that we were besieging and the reinforcements that had just passed up via Bearer to attack me. So, forming up, aiming on the general's bodyguard. If we can bring him down, I'll be happy at least. Just reloading now. Holding these guys off at the moment, but obviously they're steady and confident. If we can break the general though, kill him, that would be great. But that first volley did nothing. Second volley, a lot better. Matt managed to bring one of them down. Hoping the third volley may kill the general. We had a third volley. Oh, must have done. Hopefully the next rank fire will hold. Oh, there's another one down. They obviously just fired there. And these guys are shattered and broken, but I was hoping to kill the general. That would be the best result. There we go. Firing off some volleys. Come on, second volley. Second rank. Bring down that general. Yes, there we go. Enemy general killed. And I'm now going to try a very risky... Actually, I'm going to let these guys reload first, because I need them ready to fire their first volley the moment I unleash them on the flanks of the enemy. I'm going to try and hit this unit really hard with a full 3-rank volley from the get-go. Okay, they're all reloaded, so let's pull them round. 3 ranks. Here we go. So I'm going to fast forward to get them round there quickly. We're going to hit play. They've actually turned around to face me. They're coming over the ridge, so they'll be... No, they won't be in range. Let's march forward quickly. Very quickly, very quickly. Come on, get your first volleys off before they do. not sure they can still see if there's a clear line of fire. We'll soon find out. Okay, we're getting some kills, so I'll hope that somehow three ranks of volley fire can have them. And let's see if these guys can shoot on me. Yes, they can. Let's try and hit them. They've broken my unit from the building. Damn it. Hoping they would hold. They need to be my cornerstone. And so it's only going to be a matter of time now. Another volley or so, and these guys will have me. They have their own fire by rank, it seems. Who are sitting, and my men have broken. A valiant defense. I think I'll give that to them at least. A valiant defense. Perhaps if I had my cannons better positioned on that hill, it may have helped, but wasn't. Well, I didn't know where they were all coming from, really. Had them behind, I may have had them, but that cannon was useful for bringing down some of the enemy general bodyguard from the start. So the enemy lost 1,842, I lost 658. Some of my men have survived. I don't know if they'll pull away. They have. They have managed to survive and pull away. And we haven't lost the territory from that because they have just pulled back. But they did take Bearer on their way because there was no force. Didn't realise that. So we're no longer at war with the Cherokee nations. They are pulling out and pulling back. So, and my port is now being repaired in Britain. Dover, I think, is being repaired, so we should have trade coming in through there next time. Oh, unless my port's been attacked. Yeah, we lost Detroit. Okay, so we've got funds incoming next time, but we are obviously losing stuff all over the board. India is being blockaded. America, lots of that is being blockaded out as well. We lost Bearer, because they stormed in there, and they have this army ready to bear down on me on Hyderabad. Now, if I pulled out from here, now it's going to be the Mughals pushing in on all my territories. I'll probably still be able to hold Ceylon. And if I could send a force round to attack these settlements, I would. Perhaps that's an option with this campaign. Pull out from Hyderabad with this force, land in some ships, and quickly sail them up and take Calcutta and Katak back from them, and perhaps allow the Mughals, the Marathans, to push forward. They've got these armies pushing up along here, so it looks promising. With this force, I'm going to pull them back to Gujarat, and we'll have to try and replenish them when we can. Workers are on strike in England. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Clamour for reform, bankruptcy. That should all go very shortly with next turn, because we shouldn't have any bankruptcy there. But let me check my policies here. We've actually lowered the tax levels down. We've kept them high in India. And in America they're still high as well. Just try and get as much money as we can right now because we need it all. But the port is it's repaired. Greenwich. In fact, not Dover. So we need units in here to really put down that clamour for reform, but I have no spare units to offer. A heroic death, my general in that last battle. He did well. Region lost, Bearer. Region lost. Nation destroyed, Poland, Lithuania. Trait gained. Oh, don't know who that was. Downing Street. Number 10. There we go. Has been formed and founded. So, we have to decide what we're going to do. I have a few ideas, but I'd like to hear yours. We've managed to make peace with the Cherokee nations for now. We have a huge, well, a reasonably sized force here at Algonquin territory, and I have this army here ready to push on Upper Canada. However, France has brought up yet another force, so ideally I think that's probably the garrison at Quebec, but there's no way of me bypassing Montreal right now to hit them. And if I attack, they're most likely going to come and relieve the siege, so I'm going to hold off with that army for now. So I guess really let me know what you guys think. Constructive advice would be preferable. And hopefully we can rescue this campaign. But as I said, it's not over yet. Not over just yet. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this part. Please do remember to comment, rate, subscribe, thumb up this video. And I will see you all again soon. Ciao for now.